Hey YouTube, this is pretty much a follow-up video to the make a case for the Kindle challenge. So I pretty much bought the Sony Pocket Edition e-reader just because I pretty much was convinced that it was the right thing for me. I don't know why a lot of people just can't live without the Wi-Fi version, but regardless, I'm going to be doing a unboxing of both the Kindle 3 3G Wi-Fi version and the Sony e-reader when people open up that stuff for Christmas or whatever. Oh, it's pretty awesome knowing what gifts you're going to get, right? So basically, I've still continued my research, even though it's only been, a day or two. Yeah, I still can't really think of any good case for the Kindle over the Sony e-reader. Sony's actually been making e-readers longer than Sony even has, or than Amazon Kindle has. The Amazon Kindle, a lot of people say it's a lot cheaper. Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe because with the Kindle, you're guaranteed to only buy books from them, so they can, basically price down their product just because they know that they're going to be making more revenue based on the fact that you're locked into them and them only. With Sony, it seems like you're paying more for the product alone. You're not paying less and just settling with something and having the security of Amazon. You're buying a good product. The price is $149, so don't say that it's overpriced. It's not $179. Everywhere you go, you're going to pay $149 for that item. It's pretty much the same price as the Kindle, if not cheaper than the Kindle 3G Wi-Fi, because the 3G Wi-Fi is still $189 on Amazon's as the current date, which is 12/18/2010. So 7 more days till I basically do the unboxing review, hopefully. But yeah, so the buttons is an issue still with the Kindle. It's a lot heavier, bigger. Let's just compare the 6-inch versions. If you want to keep everything fair and square, Kindle's going to be heavier, have more buttons. Still not being able to read EPUB formats, which is probably the most popular file format for any e-reader right now, except of course things that are locked in like the Kindle. Touchscreen is still really big, and especially with Sony redoing the touch and making sure that they made a quality product this time, consumers can have a lot more faith in them as a company to deliver in terms of that kind of experience with the touchscreen. Just looks so much cleaner than the Kindle 2. I just want people to basically just say, hey, I have a Kindle and here's why it's better than the Sony e-reader. Is it an issue getting books for the Sony e-reader? I just don't understand. And they're going to be the same. I've been comparing prices for the past 3 or 4 days. Every single book is the same price because I heard that Amazon no longer is able to offer really good prices for their books anymore because they were pulled back from doing that by publishing companies or whatever. So it sounds like not only does Sony have pretty much the same library as Amazon does, but you can also use Google Books, over 3 million books. You can just search and pretty much buy whatever you want. And since you can buy them from third-party people, not just from Sony, you can actually probably get better prices or a lot more free content than Amazon for sure is definitely going to offer to you. So with the Kindle, it just kind of seems like, from my point of view, from all the research that I've done, it just seems like a lot of people who don't need intelligence when it comes to buying products, they will go for the Kindle because it's just a simple, hey, Amazon's been around for a while. The Kindle is probably, honestly, the most established ebook right now, regardless of how long Sony's been making ebooks for. They probably are the best established ebook on the market. And the community, I suppose, I guess you can make Twitter and Facebook updates from your Kindle, which, if that's if that's a plus for you, then you probably don't have any other wireless devices that can do that, which there's a lot out there, and you're probably someone who's really old and out of the technology game, which is totally understandable. I work at an electronics store, I have no problem with people like that, but for people my age, we have iPhones, smartphones, we take laptops with ourselves, we try our hardest to get free Wi-Fi wherever we can to do updates like that, so it's not like, oh, that's a great benefit, that's a clear benefit over buying the Sony. It's really not for me. So, and like I said before in my last video, when are you going to really be like, oh hey, a new book just came out, not only am I not going to wait to get home, I'm going to download that book right now and start reading it, because why else would I have an e-reader with me other than I'm already reading a book? I don't know how many people would do that. I guess if you like to read 3 or 4 books at a time, and not get confused, then more power to you. But I only like to read a few books at the same or one book at the same time. Maybe have a couple extra in case I finish that book. Obviously, you're not going to be stupid and be like, oh, I have a Sony e-reader. I'm going to go away on a long trip. Let me only download one book and then hate Sony for not having Wi-Fi. Who cares? Buy a few books, take them with you. It's not like you're going to be able to, you'll know how fast you read books. So I still don't see an advantage with Wi-Fi. I just simply don't. I can see for some people who don't have wireless devices, maybe, oh, hey, that's a wireless device. Everything has to be wireless right now. So since the Sony or the Kindle is, that's the way to go. But that's simply just not a viable reason for me. Examples of the kind of books I'm reading right now. The book that I'm reading right now would be Plato's Republic. That's one of the books. Religion Within the Limits of Reason Alone by Immanuel Kant. Another philosophy book. I still haven't read this. I obviously bought it from Borders. Become a member there. You get free coupons and stuff in the mail. I got a free coffee this last time. Got a 33% off coupon too. $10 off any e-reader. Become a Borders member or whatever. It's pretty cool. The God Delusion, Richard Dawkins. So these are just some of the books I like to read. Obviously, taking this kind of a book with me to work to read on my lunch or on the plane flight or something like it's just bulky, heavy. So that's my justification for buying an e-reader. And of course, I want to read a lot more. So yeah, but basically, this is the challenge. Make a case for the Kindle over the Sony e-reader, you know. I think I've made a pretty clear and cut case for the Sony. Just as fast, just as high resolution. Touchscreen is better. People say it kills battery life. Sorry, no it doesn't. It's going to use just as much when you turn a page because it's using infrared technology, and that infrared's on all the time, and they still maintain the same battery life as the Kindle. So no, it's not going to kill the battery life more. You're not going to be, you don't even have the touchscreen. They still have buttons for it, a lot more formats. Lighter, more portable, thinner, yeah, just basically all of the above. Doesn't have Wi-Fi. Is that the only downside that you guys can think of? That it doesn't have Wi-Fi? Because I once again made a point that who cares? Just you have a computer, load them from your computer. That way they're all on your computer. So in case it crashes, I bought my Sony e-reader from Best Buy. That's where I work. Don't get any discounts off of it or anything like that. It's just $149. I bought the Geek Squad Black Tie Protection Plan because if I accidentally drop it, take it to any Best Buy store, they'll take care of me. I was tempted to buy it from Sony, but have fun calling Sony if you bought it from Sony, because you're going to have a lot of fun doing that, I'm sure. So that's why I went with the Geek Squad Black Tie Protection. Even though I could get it for $139 from Borders, I just I work at Best Buy. I know the kind of quality, you know, we take care of people when their stuff breaks on accident or whatever. And hey, if the new Sony e-reader comes out and I perhaps drop mine, and we don't carry the old version anymore, you know, in most situations, hey, that's a bummer. Or hey, my battery's about to die and it doesn't last that long anymore. I'm gonna have to buy another e-reader. No, they'll take care of me, give me the new e-reader if that's all we have. So, I've made a pretty strong case, I think, for the Sony e-reader over the Amazon Kindle. Why would someone buy the Kindle over the Sony e-readers? Once again, my main question. Complaints about the Sony e-reader from me are going to be the case. Doesn't come with the case, and it doesn't really look like there's a lot of great aftermarket support, and Sony's cases don't really look that appealing to me. It doesn't really look like many places have or any stores, even online stores, have really made a case that protects the Sony e-reader. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to be going up to San Mateo a couple times in the next couple weeks. I know that they do have a Stanford shopping center up there, and they have a Sony I don't know what the hell they call it. Sony Style, I guess. Yeah, Sony Style store up there. So I'm going to be seeing what kind of case I can get. All the cases look pretty overpriced for pretty crappy quality. But I might just keep it without a case because guess what? I bought the black tie protection. So who gives a shit if I drop it and it breaks or if it gets scratched or if a car runs over it, whatever, you know. So just try to make a case for the Kindle. That's the challenge. Make a case for any of the Kindles over the Sony e-readers other than the fact that they're Wi-Fi. I'm taking German. I like to learn German just on my free time sometimes. So the Sony also having multiple dictionaries is once again another win for me. So just let me know what you guys think. Once again, make a case for the Kindle over the Sony e-reader. Looks like to me the Sony e-reader pretty much wins in every area except wireless, which means absolutely nothing to me. All right.